class. Welcome. This is our third session, and we are a little bit late in starting. We do try to start at 8 o'clock exactly, so my apologies. Again, welcome. Thank you for taking time. My name is Sriji Arun. If you are first time here, I suggest that you go back and listen to session one and session two. The way to do it is listen to session one, practice it for 2 3 days, then listen to session two, and then add this practice, and then come to session three, so that when you join us next Monday or Monday after, you are current with the practice. This practice should really be done 1 week at a time. It's bite-sized practice, and it will help you to slowly transition it. If you are looking for instant results, some people do claim to get good results very quickly, but I suggest that you stick with this practice for 30 days minimum to see any results. From our experience, most of the people have found some tremendous results between 90 and 60 days. They don't realize themselves, but from claims of weight loss, some people have claimed no weight loss, but still they've dropped a size or two in their dress sizes. Um, we do not put any of those on the internet or website. If you are serious, you will make that difference. Secondly, I am available if you need to talk with me, if you need to speak about anything. These sessions are based on a total life-changing plan. Breathing is what you are listening right now is the first step. If you can capture that, the rest of the items will fall in place. Um, you may say, well, how can that happen? First thing that happens when you start doing the right breathing is you oxygenate your body. When you oxygenate your body right, every part of your body starts getting better, especially your brain. Your brain will start waking up. The second part, which we'll be talking next second or third lecture from now, is water. And this is how the 12th session will build in terms of creating good health, good practice, proper eating daily. And I constantly say, and that's what I'm going to introduce. I believe we said a little bit about it last week, about our senses. We are human beings. We have five senses. You cannot function if you close all your senses. If you close your eyes, your hearing is still on. If you close your ears, your eyes are still on. If you close both, your sense of smell is there. You feel the touch, even if somebody is from far coming closer to you, you feel the vibration. So the senses, the five senses will remain on. The whole idea is that we came onto this earth to enjoy these five senses. A lot of people will say, don't drink or don't smoke, or all those are your senses that you are fulfilling. But how do you fulfill it? So this practice will actually teach you how to fulfill it. If something is causing you problem, you will add on a new habit or a new way of doing things, and that will make the change. Um, with me, I have three people today, and every week we have 1, 2, 3 people. We are just starting in Dieppe at Isabel's house, and we have noticed that by the time we reach 12th week, we have a fairly large crowd. So keep on joining us, keep on talking with us, and you will find a difference. The second part, which we talk about, is your financial health. How do you continue to live life with the same funding, the financing you have, and make that change? I have Isabel with me, and I hope she doesn't mind, but a couple of days ago, she was saying that, since August till now, she finds that her financing has changed. And it's simply by changing few habits. I've been here constantly, and there are times when I would ask, do you really need it? Do you really want to spend this kind of money? Can you find a solution? Uh, just becoming aware of what you're doing, because we have habits. And the third one from here, we'll be introducing the financing side. So if you follow those little simple rules and answer some questions that I send you and do it for 30 days, you will definitely start seeing where your habits are. It's not how you must spend, how much you spend, but what your habits are. And then if you put a target together, you will be able to transition this. And this takes between, up to a year to come to that understanding. On an average, 6, 7 months, you'll start seeing that the stress of what you make and what you spend will be gone because you have a target to reach. Okay. And you do it bite size and you will reach that target. I'm saying this from my personal experience because I did give up all the material life. I did give up all the jobs I was doing it, and started with a small pension to see if I can survive. Based on that, I can tell you that if you have faith and if you put that faith into that you can survive and you can do better than that with the same money, you will. For people who are present here, we came to New Brunswick in August, and I'm going to talk a little bit about funding today, and then we'll go into practice. I've talked about social economics, we talked about financial economics. Now we'll put it together and call it social financial economics. What does that mean? That means that if you create the right environment for your social life, the way you socially behave, the way you live, the way you react with your neighbors, the way you deal, if you correct that, your financial situation changes. Up to now, we have been focused on money. Everything we want to do, we say, we don't have the money, or I wish I had the money, or I wish I can, manage what I have. Change the social side of it, your financial side will start looking after it. Because what you have done is you created an internal quietness where you're saying that let me build my own circle who can help me out. And I can guarantee you that you ask for help. It's emotional help, it's financial help, or any kind of help. You put it out there, it will come back, guaranteed. When I started, people said, "What are you going to do? You had all this money and you gave up your lifestyle and you went there. And how are you going to survive?" I said, "Well, let's see. I have faith that the universe will provide." So, based as of today, just in New Brunswick, we have been offered 200 acres to develop. We will never be able to own it, but hopefully, if they ever sell it, we'll get it. But by virtue of it, we have an option to own another 300 acres and some city land. And this is based on zero money. Okay, you can create that, but provided you sit and have a plan working for you. I've been here for 6 months. I spent a lot of time. I've talked to a lot of public figures. I've gone and talked to counselors. We have met people in different areas. This is the social environment that is making it happen. We are actually getting offer. The city of Miramichi is actually offering us to help us to do what we want to do. That means if we do what we do, we'll create almost 25 jobs in next 2 years. That really excites them. Okay. So it is our way of thinking. And this has nothing to do with education. This is nothing to your ability. If you put it fully and have faith in it and then do it right, it will happen. So one of the things we are going to do is, and we had this quick discussion we're going to discuss, as we are going to do incubation for small businesses. So if you have an idea and you want to put that out there, we will give you the space. We'll give you the ability to function. Not only that, but based on what we are doing, we're able to give you cheap housing, so that you can manage your life. Even if you are on social welfare, you should be able to manage your life while you focus on the business. Does that make sense? So this is what we have put together. Now it's not only my the work. I come from project and change management. What I've done is I surrounded people with abilities. Our chief financial officer is a CA who had a business for 35 years, sold it, and came back to help us out. Okay. There are people who are very well educated, very well to do, or even if they're not well to do, their ability comes to us. We have a young man in his 30s who, after meeting us, went to school and got his paralegal license. He got his corporate licenses in place. So now he functions with us and he actually runs that business successfully now. And I can keep on giving ideas, but this is where we stand. In Ontario, we have a center that we are now rebuilding. We bought a whole building and should be ready in the next 3 to 4 months. It was a building, nobody was using it, 5,000 square feet on a river, and the deal was right, we made the deal. So it is very important that we focus on what we want to achieve. If you improve your health with this small practice, the rest will fall in place. I can assure you that it will. I used to work at a very high level of management, managing systems across Canada with Bell, with Rogers. I've done tenders with the government of Ontario. I was working for them at one time. I've done some international work. So all the abilities that we had put together, I was going to retire. And my son and Chris, the young man I'm talking about, they kept on telling me that I need to put a structure together and help young people. So that's how it was started in 2010. The business side is fully established. We have a website which generates us revenue. People go and buy airline tickets from us, book hotel rooms from us. They come in and buy web services from us. They come in and give us accounting work. So there are people set in place to do this thing, and we continue to enhance. The idea is to create these small businesses locally and let them survive at the local level. If you can do that, you can definitely get whatever you can generate. If you are at a minimum wage, I can assure you that within 3 years, you'll be doing more than $30,000 owning your own business. Okay. If you work hard and then do a number of other things, in 5 years, you could reach a level where you'll never have to worry about paying your bills. It is available in today's world. It is available because of internet. And it only happens if you build your social circle properly. Remember, I said social economics. That is where people become quiet, satisfied, and we are human beings. As I said, we have 5 senses. We need to learn to enjoy them. Yesterday, I talked about frugality and abstinence, and we will continue to do that. Excuse us, there's a phone call coming through. Thank you, sir. So that is where it is. So this is how we will progress slowly. Little bit about how the social and financial works in the world. Today, we cannot step out. The financial, every step we take requires money. We are very aware of it, that we do require money. Every project, everything we do, we actually budget for it and work with the budget to achieve what we need to achieve. We bring in people, we talk to the banks, we talk to financial institutes to bring that together. At the same time, all the services we are selling, we do not sell or undercut or make a cheap deal. Because if we start to do that, we start causing economic havoc. Systems have to be maintained. The financial economics have to be maintained. Otherwise, we have trouble. We saw that with U.S. $3 trillion, and the housing industry went down. And we have continued to see in this kind of effect. Right now, the money itself is in trouble. If you've been watching the stock exchanges and price of gas coming down and everything else, the market at some point in time had already lost 20%. We are back to 2008, 2009. So it will continue to happen because we have not found a way to correct that. Hence, there are a lot of people like me who are looking at it and saying, how can we change? Hence, you find tiny houses that are being built. You find people are renting land and putting on small structures. They are getting off the hydro. They're getting off the water system. The consciousness is there, but you can't change that when it comes to cities. How do we do that? We will be talking a little bit more about it. If you follow, as I said, for 12 sessions, what we are teaching, then you will have a better understanding. Sometimes it will look very frustrating. Sometimes, you will have questions which you won't find answers right away. Practice. Very important practice. Don't give up the breathing practice. No matter what you do, even if you don't come here, keep your breathing practice because that will keep your health very, very strong. Okay. So that's a little bit about financial and social economics today. If you have any questions, you can send it, write it up, and I'll answer it. Now we will start with the practice, actual practice. So up to now, we have been talking about breathing. For those who have joined, we will recap it. We need air, and we breathe air. Why is that? We are decreasing oxygen in our bodies. It's a known fact because we do not breathe properly. Even if I ask the people who have joined today, and some of you haven't had the chance to come down and meet with me and teach you how to do breathing and activate it, are not breathing right. We even breathe deep, we still don't breathe deep enough. I have two new people today. We will actually show them how to do it right. What you really need to do is look at a baby breathing and see how you see its stomach pushing down and pushing out. That is the right way to breathe. That is our natural way of breathing. Our body knows that. But since we have become lazy, the body has accepted it that this is fine. If you put that into practice morning and night, you will activate that right through your day. Your body will come back to where it should be right through the day. And if you practice it several times a day, the other thing that will happen is we breathe through one nose and breathe out to the other nose. We never breathe in with two noses and out. Science, don't even try to understand that. That's a fact, scientific fact. If you really want to, you have to become aware of your breath, and then you'll get yourself, and you understand this. Every hour, hour and a half, our nose breathing switches from left to right. If it's not doing that, we have a major disease in our body, or we have some sickness, if it continues to do that. And this is also a fact. So if we practice this breathing, we break that cycle. Every 3-4 hours you automatically break this cycle. And once you start teaching the body to breathe right, it will break. Same thing with water. How do we take water in? A lot of us don't even feel thirsty anymore. You can get back that status. If you practice this, plus we add on some of the practices, you'll get back to the point where your body will feel thirsty. But if you ever feel thirsty, you should not just sip water. You should take a glass and drink it until you feel satisfied. Then stop drinking, wait for a couple of seconds or a little while, take a couple of sips. That's all the water you need if you feel thirsty. If you sip right through the day, you keep on putting water in your body. What does the body learn? That you are constantly supplying water. So what does it do? It either eliminates it or it will saturate your body. Okay, that is very important. We can't go there right away. In 12 weeks, you will get there and you will realize that yes, those two things you will do automatically, and it becomes part of your life. So everything we do has to become part of our life. If you try to do something new, you can't, unless you have paid certain amount of money to go and do a course. Then you'll force yourself to do course, right? Okay. So do not try to do everything. Just learn a little bit at a time. Follow this, and it will work. And I can assure you, when I started this practice, I was weighing 182 pounds. I had put on weight because I had retired and I was not doing anything. And without any special exercise or anything else, I slowly started dropping weight. Not only that, but I have more muscles and my weight is gone up again, but not to 182. It remains, but my muscles are more than what I used to have as fat. I used to have double chin. So it does help. The reason I'm stressing this is it's very important that you learn this. If you want to create internal quietness, the breathing will quieten your mind. If your mind starts quietening, internally it will get quieter. Also, you will be able to see things in much better way. Okay. So to conclude it, I'm always open. If you want to come and see me, wherever I am, just send me an email, or if you see me in person, just set up time. Generally between 12 and 4, I would be more than happy to meet. It doesn't have to be, breathing, or doesn't have anything. Anything that disturbs you in your life, which you are trying to resolve it, come and speak with me. We will talk it through and see what you can implement, one little thing at a time for a few days, and it will start changing things. I have one person who started with me in 2013. Her name is Karen, and she used to have a lot of challenges. She has 2 daughters and a father living with her. And she had a home business. She was doing pedicure and manicure. Now she has opened up her own place. It's almost a year. She has 2 hairdressers working for her. She has massage therapists coming in. The concept we talked to her about, she implemented. And today she's quite happy. She has made peace with her father. Her daughters now have gone to colleges. And within a year, she found that she wasn't screaming or shouting. She was able to implement one thing at a time, little bit at a time. Even cleaning in the house, it was getting done. That she used to constantly shout for. So these are the things you can achieve, and you have to stand for the change. So one thing I keep on saying, become very selfish. If you can't be at peace and quiet, how can you help anybody else? You're always fighting somebody else's problem while you have your own challenges. So first, clear your own challenges, clear your own health problems, clear what you need to do. If you are having problems at work, clear all those things first yourself. Once you start clearing, you'll find that the whole scenario around will start changing. Yesterday, Sarge mentioned about, your vibration, how they impact people. You will find that it will happen. Isabel, you can talk to her. She can tell you how her life in 6 months has changed. Anybody who comes to the session, they will tell you that they can see the change. It's not difficult. It gets into your daily life. You practice it a little bit at a time. And as I said, I'm open to listen And from whatever experience we have, we can give you a guidance. We don't help. We don't have a word we can help you. We can give you guidance. You have to help yourself. If you're not willing to do that, nobody can help you. Okay, and we'll talk about the help another time. We have reached about half an hour. We will now go into the actual practice. So wherever you are, you can sit straight, get your back straight. You should be sitting straight with your head aligned straight with your vertebrae. And you can breathe normally. Try and take as many deep breaths as you can. What we are going to do is we're going to start with breathe through the nose, take a long deep breath, and then we'll exhale it very quickly through our mouth. Why do we do that? I normally would ask that question, but today a lot of you know. Because if you know, carbon dioxide is heavier than air. It's used to extinguish fire. If a candle is burning, if you put a cup on top of it, the oxygen disappears and carbon dioxide increases, it won't burn. Same way our body relies on the same principle. When we breathe shallow, the carbon dioxide keeps on building and building in the lower part of our lungs. When that happens, you will yawn for sure. After we yawn, we find that we feel much better. Because what happens is when you yawn, you push your stomach and everything out and push that air out. And when you do that, normally we don't get any phone calls, but today it seems to be coming in. When you exhale the carbon dioxide out of your stomach area or the lower part of the oxygen then starts oxygen. It only takes 3 breaths to really remove all the carbon dioxide. So if you take a deep breath in and exhale it very quickly, when you exhale it, you pull your stomach in. When you pull your stomach in, you push the air out and you exhaust it, then take a nice deep breath and do it. 3 times is normally enough. If you notice when you're traveling, you will normally stretch. Well, especially if you're a driver, you'll normally keep on stretching. What you're really doing is when you stretch, you push your stomach in, throw the oxygen, carbon dioxide. So it's very important that you understand that we keep on putting as clean air as possible in the lung, and hence the practice. If you want, there is a lot of science behind oxygen therapies. There is in Europe, they build a new machine which you can breathe through, and it provides the right kind of oxygen. Because once the oxygen goes in your body, it oxygenates your cell, the structure of oxygen changes. Same thing with water. When you drink water, once it hits your cell, the structure is changed. So it's all to do with structuring, but let's start getting the proper air in first. Okay. If you have cancer, people do go into oxygen chamber, pressurized oxygen chamber, and some people are finding good effects. If you are having some sort of mental challenges, you go into this oxygen chambers, you do find that you come out much enhanced. Okay. Divers, when they go below 30 feet or more, when they come out, they get something called bands. They build up nitrogen in their joints. So they are put right away into oxygen chambers so that, and then slowly decompress them so the oxygen comes back to normal. Also remember, you're breathing through the mask, so you're not expelling all the carbon dioxide. So even the carbon dioxide buildup happens. And you find a lot of people, when they come out, they faint immediately of the water. If you go deep diving, you'll find that. You have to be very careful. You have to slowly come out. So air we breathe is very important. It's just not oxygen. It's to do with nitrogen. It has to do with a couple of inert gases. Like, all the composition you find in air belongs to our body. And it is used in the right way. So it's very important that we continue to have clean, full breathing practice. Okay. So that is the science behind it. At one time, I did have it on the internet. People started looking at it. They kept on spending hours and hours reading it. And I suggest don't do that. You'll waste time. If you see one or two video, it's enough. We are not scientists. I have done enough research. I come from technology background. It's almost 10 years now. I have researched on all these things, and I try to keep up to date of new research. So let's start with it. So we'll take 3 breaths in, quickly out through the mouth. And the next 3 breaths will be through the nose, in and out. And then we'll do about 12, 15 breaths. I will talk through. When I'm talking through, you will do more than 3 breaths until we go to the next session. So continue to do what we are doing until we hit the next session. Okay. Get it? Okay. So let's, I suggest you close your eyes. I'm going to get one sense out of the way. Because if you're seeing something, your mind will chatter. If you're just hearing something, your mind will chatter, but not at the same level. Seeing and hearing makes it chatter more. Okay. Then, you're looking at everybody else, so you're taking input from there. Can you just plug it? Taking the So we will continue to do that. And as I said, we will try and control the senses. Okay? So generally close your eyes. That will take one sense out. So let's close our eyes. Take a deep breath in and out through your mouth. Second breath in and out through your mouth. Third breath in and breathe out. Continue to do that. You may feel a little bit lightheaded if you're doing first time. The next 3 breaths, we are going to take it, breathe in and out through the nose. So let's do that. Start it again. And out. Nice and easy breath out. Take another deep breath in. And out. Now focus on the air. Take a deep breath in. Feel how it feels, the air going through. And out. Continue doing the deep breaths in. The next exercise, we're going to see how the air feels. So as you're breathing in, feel the air as it goes to the top of your lips and then into your nose. See what it feels like. Feel the air as it goes through your nostrils, into your throat, into your lung. Feel the air. You will actually feel the air if you focus on it. And as you breathe out, do the same thing. Feel the air as it leaves your lungs and through your throat, through your nose and out. If you really, really are focusing on the breath, you'll find that when you breathe in, you'll find nice cool air going right through into your lungs. And as you breathe out, you will feel warmth as it breathes out. Especially you should feel it as it comes out through your nose. The air is slightly warmer. Learn to experience this and understand that this is the breath we take. Without this breath, we cannot survive. So we remain in gratitude to the air we breathe in and out. So the next 3 breaths, we are going to remain in that gratitude while we feel the air. So take a deep breath in, feel the air as it comes in, and as you breathe out, Show your gratitude to the air. Thank the air for giving us the life. Take a deep breath in. Feel the air as it comes in. Feel it all the way down in your lungs. And as you breathe out, you can say in your mind, I'm grateful, thankful to the air as it gives me life. Keep on doing that. And this is very important that we learn to coordinate this. We can feel it, we can show our gratitude through our heart. It's very important. Our body is learning something at the same time. We are giving our gratitude for the air. The next one, we are going to start showing our gratitude. Keep on doing it. Gratitude to the sun, Mother Earth, and the nature. Simply because without the sun, we would not have vegetation and all the energies and all the functions that happens on this earth. Without earth, we would not have vegetation, and without the vegetation, we would not have our air and sustenance. So let's learn to be grateful at least once or twice a day. And as I said, if you remain in gratefulness first thing in the morning and as you go to sleep, your body, your surrounding will change. So let's take a deep breath in, feel the air it comes in, be grateful to the air as it comes in. And as you breathe out, show your gratitude to the sun, Mother Earth, and the nature. Feel it in your heart as if you're thanking. Take a deep breath in, feel the air as it comes in, show your gratitude to the air. And as you breathe out, you can say in your mind and feel it in your heart, I'm grateful to the sun, Mother Earth, and the nature for the air and sustenance they provide. Take a deep breath in, feel the air, show your gratitude to the air. And as you breathe out, don't forget to feel the air as you breathe out and say to yourself and show it to your heart that you're grateful to the sun, Mother Earth, and the nature. Continue to do that. It's not an easy practice. You'll find that you can't do all the things I have said in the order I have said. It doesn't matter which order you take, but try to form this habit. Remain aware of the air as it goes in and out. Feel the air, and it will, with practice, you'll feel the air. With practice, you will show your gratitude to the air, and automatically you will feel the gratitude to the earth, the sun, the earth, and Mother Nature. Keep on doing that. Last week we introduced a little bit more, and we will start that. The next exercise we are going to introduce to create quietness internally and externally. We do have intention. Our intention is to have quietness internally. You can call it peace. And ask for that to happen. Show that the intention that it is happening and it has happened. Same way as we are showing gratitude, we are showing gratefulness, we will now create peace. If you do that, it is possible to create peace around the world, create the quietness around the world, if all of us start putting that intention forward. One benefit of this intention is going to be that you yourself will start to generate a different set of frequencies out of your body as you practice this. That will create quietness wherever you go, and that is enough. If each of us can produce that, we will produce the same quietness everywhere else. So let's take a deep breath in. Feel the air as it comes in. Show your gratitude to the sun, Mother Earth, and the nature. And show the gratefulness for the air and sustenance as you breathe in, nice and easy. As you breathe out, tell yourself that I am creating quietness in my body and in my surroundings. Take a deep breath in, feel the gratitude, feel the air as it comes in. Have a visual going on, Sun, Mother Earth, Mother Nature. And as you breathe out, I have established quietness in my body and my surroundings. Take a deep breath in, feel the gratitude, feel the air, nice and deep breath. And as you breathe out, feel the quietness in your body, in each and every cell and your surroundings. Have that intention and the feeling. Keep on breathing in and out. As you breathe in, feel the air as it goes in. Show your gratitude to the sun, Mother Earth, and the nature. And as you breathe out, affirm that the quietness has happened inside each and every part of the body and your surroundings. You can do it one or two more times and then start normal breathing and come out. You can remain in this gratitude all the time. You can open your eyes whenever you're ready. How does that feel? Yes. Also, I'm going to introduce a little bit about relaxing. You should not do it while you're in a car or doing things. But if you want to relax at any point in time, sit and do the same breathing, but tell your body is relaxing. Start with your head and slowly relax. But first create the quietness. Once you create quietness, then you can talk to your body. We'll walk through that. Um, I'll be specifically talking about relaxing. If you fall asleep or you're feeling sleepy, just continue with it. Don't worry about it because you are now oxygen your body to the point where it will start relaxing anyway. Okay, you will feel sleepy, so be careful. So let's start it. You remain in the gratitude, feel in your heart. You feel in your heart that you're grateful to the sun. You keep that feeling going. It's very important because you'll radiate that. And then remember, you've created quietness in your body right now. It will continue to be like that for hours from now. Okay, so continue with that, and then if you want to relax, this is what you do. So take a deep breath in, close your eyes, and breathe out. In your mind now, tell your mind that it's relaxing. My mind is relaxing. And breathe out. Take a deep breath in and say, now my eyes and nose are relaxing. And breathe out. Focus on that. Now, in your mind, see your face relaxing. And breathe out. Now go down towards your heart area. And don't forget that you have created a quietness, that feeling, don't let it go. And your heart and shoulder areas are relaxing now. Now go to your arms. In your mind, tell it that the arms are relaxing now. Have this positive thought that they are relaxing. Now go towards your stomach area, abdomen area, your All the muscles are relaxing. Feel it. Now go towards your legs and say that they are relaxing now. Go to your feet and they are relaxing now. Now take a deep breath in and out. Feel the gratitude at the same time for the sun, Mother Earth, and nature. And tell your mind that the whole body is relaxed. Take a deep breath in and say, my whole body is relaxed. Take a deep breath in and say to yourself, my whole body is relaxed. Feel the relaxation setting in. Just create that feeling in your heart that you are relaxed. Not in your mind, in your heart. Let the heart sigh up and down thinking it's relaxed. And focus on your breathing. Now slowly come back. Let your mind come back. When you are reaching relaxation point, get one thing very clear in your mind, that it doesn't chatter, it doesn't start talking to you. Just keep on telling your mind, right now, where everything sits, it's going to sit when I open my eyes up. Nothing is going to change. Same thing, when you're ready to go to fall asleep, tell yourself, when I go to sleep and I get up tomorrow morning, nothing in my life is going to change. And even if it changes, there's nothing you can do. So if you have any worries, anything that you are dealing with, tell to yourself that I'm handing on to God or to the universe, whatever your faith is, hand it over. And then say, I'll think about it when I wake up. Nothing is going to change. It's a very simple practice, but it takes few times and you'll find the minute you say it's time to go to sleep, you'll fall asleep. You should really fall asleep in like 30 seconds or a minute, and it's possible. As soon as you start getting this quietness and letting go, it will happen. And remember, with the different things you are going to do, your life will start changing and you'll become quieter and quieter. Once you become totally selfish and you get that quietness, you'll be so much more effective that you would not believe it. You'll do a lot more good to the world, for sure. Because I dedicate my life to doing service 100% of the time. But that doesn't mean that the financial side has been neglected. It's all been taken care because we have put steps in place. So that is all for today. Thank you for joining me. Any questions? You guys have any questions? So good night and blessings. We'll see you next Monday, 8 p.m. New Brunswick time, 7 o'clock Toronto time. Thank you for joining us.